Hey everyone, it's time for another video review here on Comics Cornerstone with yours truly. Today, I'll be talking about the newest Marvel Disney Plus series, Moon Knight. That's right, we'll be talking Moon Knight today. The series ended about a week ago, so I figured I want to get this out there since y'all have had enough time to see it and avoid spoilers. So with that said, just be wary of any potential spoilers that might pop up in this video, because it's likely to happen. So, let's get started, shall we? Let's do this. So, Moon Knight is a Marvel character, um, and his real name is Mark Spector, or is his real name Stephen Grant? That's right, we don't really know. Moon Knight is a character with um, dissociative identity disorder. Um, this is the first time in the MCU that that topic has been covered. But basically, uh, Mark Spector, Mark Spector has DID, but he is also the avatar of an Egyptian god named Khonshu. And Khonshu is the god of the moon, the Egyptian god of the moon. Um, First off, I want to say that this show is not for everyone because it it is very mind trippy. Like, there are moments that make you question what is real and what isn't, and you're not really sure what point of reality you are in at times, which doesn't make it the most um accessible, I guess, of all the Marvel series. But that doesn't mean it isn't good. I think, if you're looking for something a little bit more mentally challenging, then this might be the show for you, or something a bit more mystery driven, perhaps. So, basically, there are two ways that you can go with the Moon Knight character based off his comic history. The first, and more common, is that he is a street level crime fighter who beats up like drug dealers and criminals and robbers and that kind of stuff. The second is this more cosmic level where you're dealing with Egyptian gods and space and time and like ancient history and that kind of stuff. And that is the version that the show decided to go with. Um, and that can be a little bit off-putting for some because many were hoping that we would get the street level style of story, but we didn't get that. And no, I think that's okay. Um, because Marvel clearly wants to go more cosmic with their properties, and I'm okay with that. I mean, the new age of Marvel, the future of Marvel, is clearly in the stars, right? So there wasn't really quite a question in my mind that this is where it would go, but not everybody was down for that, and that's okay. Um, so Oscar Isaac plays the main character, and he does it great. Um, he does a wonderful job of switching between the mercenary Mark Spector and the British-speaking squeamish Stephen Grant. And Stephen also happens to be an Egyptian historian. And I think the dynamic between the two characters, even though they're played by the same actor and they live in the same body essentially because of the DID, I think the dynamic between them is wonderful, really. Truly, I do. Um, I think Ethan Hawke, who plays the villain, Arthur Harrow, is great. His whole thing about wanting to free the Egyptian god Ammit from her prison to judge the world is a really cool motivation. And spoilers, she is released and teams up with Arthur Harrow, Ethan Hawke's character, to judge the world. And we have to get Moon Knight involved, but at this point, Moon Knight has been shot and killed at this point in the series, so he has to be revived and pulled out of his little mental hospital ward inside of his head. Again, we're not really sure what's real, because at the end of episode 4, we, after Mark is shot, we flash to this mental institution inside his head. And there's a great, 10-minute sequence at the end of episode 4. What else? Again, this is just a quick review, because I want to encourage you all to go watch it for yourselves. So I won't be giving my full, thorough thoughts here. You know, Moon Knight has always been a complicated character because when he was first introduced, I want to say in the late 60s, Mark, just created all these, different identities within his head so that he could essentially be like a spy almost, or so that he could get through to different areas of society by dressing as different people. But because he behaved this way, everyone thought he was crazy, and it was later retconned that, oh no, he just had DID this whole time. So, Marvel wasn't as sensitive to that kind of subject back then as they are now. And so I really want to applaud them for creating, or not creating, but doing a show about a character who is so complicated, and I'm glad that they were able to handle it as well as they could. I think there are many ways it could have gone wrong, but I'm glad it didn't. And, I think, when in the show it's established that the reason he has DID is because he had a traumatic childhood because his mother was abusive after the death of his brother, Mark's brother. So to avoid this abuse, um, Mark sort of created this altar to help him through these traumatic periods, and that is very typical for a person with DID. That's often how altars are created, is through traumatic experiences. So I think that's really cool that they handled it as well as they did, and that they were also able to throw in that signature Marvel style as well as they did too, and somehow made it work and not feel unnatural. Um, I think all the actors did a wonderful job. Um, what episode was it? Oh yeah, it was episode 5 where Steven and Mark, the two personalities, the two alters, are finally able to reconcile with each other and sort of find that balance, which is great. And so yeah, I just really am happy with this overall, and I think I think when you look at the way Marvel has been trending lately with their various projects, um, I'm just really impressed with how well that they've handled heavy topics in a lot of their recent stuff, and this is no different. And so to wrap this up, I think I'll say go watch it if you're a Marvel fan, if you're interested at all in Egyptology, that kind of stuff. Um, I definitely get a kick out of it. And there's even a little bit of a mystery there with a third personality that comic fans will know, named Jake Lockley. He's the third alter, and there's a mystery involving him as well. And so I think you'll find that part really interesting too. And the way that the Egyptian sets look, because the director of the series, Mohammed Diab, said that he wanted to shoot in Egypt on location, but they couldn't get the permits. And so they had to create a bunch of Egyptian sets. And good heavens, those sets look amazing. Like, it looks like they're actually in Egypt. So that's great. But other than that, that's about it again. I hope I didn't spoil it too much. But again, go watch it, it's great. Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke and even May Calamaway, who plays Layla, Mark's wife, they might all get Emmy nominations. for this. So this is gonna be great. So yeah, I'd say 8.75 out of 10. I think it's real close to being a 10. There are just a couple things that didn't quite work for me, but maybe they'll work for you. But yeah, go watch it, and again, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. My Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness review will be up soon. I don't know yet if that'll be a written review or a video review. You'll have to wait to find out. But that'll be up soon. But until then, thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Bye.